Speer hammock. It's one of the handiest, dandiest little things that's been provided to us from Speer Hammock. And it has the hammock and the bug net and the tarp all together. So it's a complete sleep system, sleep shelter. And we have had so much fun with this the whole trip thus far. You can hang them anywhere. We've hung them off of trees, we've hung them off of picnic tables and trailers and everything else, and they're real easy and fast to set up. Wrap it around the tree and cinch it. There's no knots to tie or anything.
So Lewis, tell us, what do we look for when we look for a site to host one of these Speer hammocks, which you can purchase yourself from www.speerhammocks.com. And you spell Speer with an S and a P, 2 E's, and an R. Now notice the intricate way that Lewis ties this black substance that extends from this hammock onto the tree. Notice the intricate way that he pulls it underneath and wraps it around this thing. This is a tree, by the way, from people from Texas back home.
Yeah,
these things grow by themselves. There's no water filtration system, no sprinklers that I see, and it grows.
And they get huge.
And they're huge.
Something people back home don't know anything about.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Okay, what you notice, the basic design of this is you have the rope, and you have the bottom portion of the hammock, nice blue color, which if you notice, you shoot back over there, each one of us have a different color for color coordination or to keep track of your own gear. The other part of this is High Dollar's Velcro, which is the modern marble, and there's 2 parts of the Velcro and they kind of stick together. It's really great. The top portion here is the anti-bug, anti-tick, anti-everything protective barrier with a nice orange, easy to see in the dark string so you don't strangle yourself, which goes from the top portion, which thereby if you like stick your hand in here somehow, like right over here, you could pull that string somehow like this. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Thereby it doesn't sit on your face, you know, like a hairnet. There's nothing wrong with hairnets. People enjoy them. I'm just saying, but okay, so there you go. There's the hammock. Now let me demonstrate this contraption. You would think that's kind of iffy, but a big man like me can get in there. You always have to test it because you know how Lewis is with his rapping. But if you kind of get a closer shot here, I don't know if you could hear the noise. That's awesome. It's very like Titanic-ish. By the way, did you know that in Hannibal is where Molly Brown was heading when the Titanic crashed? Alright, so here we go in the hammock situation. Swing, and it's really hard to fall out of it, you know? Wow, I didn't test that before. It's actually working. Okay, but anyways, and of course, you know, a proper etiquette dictates that you take your shoes off from your hammock. Look at that, no hands, Mom. Alright, so you kind of wrap yourself. You want to get a closer shot of this situation here with the logo. This is the logo, by the way, speerhammocks.com. Alright, then if you notice, you could just pretty much go crazy. I haven't tried it with 2 people, if you know what I mean, but one person that's out really crazy like this. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can go really crazy, and this is kind of holding up. Alright, so the position that I enjoy is the fetal position, which brings me back to my good old days. If you notice, you could pretty much sleep in any position you want. Notice for those violent nights, of course you wouldn't sleep like this because you're not using your bug protector, so kind of put it in there. You could put it in from inside. It's really miraculous. You kind of put it in there like this. Look at that. All right, it's all done. Look at that. I mean, you know, this hole here, of course, is because I didn't take the time for instructional purposes to do this correctly. But you can do that. I'm just, you know. And it's nice and warm, and it just swings all night, all different positions. You could sleep on your back, on your side. Some people, they claim sleep on their bellies. I haven't tried that. Actually, I did. Let's try. Try that again. Now, the maker of this claims he can't sleep on his belly, but it seems to work for me. I mean, look. I mean, that's like a belly sleeping position if I've ever seen one. I'm just saying. It's a really great design. I mean, I still haven't fallen out. So what else? Oh, of course, if you notice, there's no liner in here. So what you could do is you can get a cocoon, another one of our sponsors, sleeping bag, and put in here. And you can zip up, and it's really great. Is there anything else that we failed to mention?
I don't think so.
Keeps you above the ground so those little pesky boogers don't get you. You rock yourself to sleep. It's the best thing since sliced bread.
Ed Speer of Speer Hammocks hand makes these.
Oh yes, they are handmade. If you want to come here and get a nice close-up of the stitching job, which is really impressive. I've traveled the world in search of a perfect stitcher. I think I have met the perfect stitcher. Can you get that while it's moving like that? Kind of, hope you don't get like, you know, vertigo or something like that. But excellent stitch jobs. Everything's handmade, and the price is exceptional for what it provides. I mean, you know, you can see how crazy I'm getting here, and it's still holding up. So I would buy one if I had the money. Oh, edit that part out.
And he also has written a book.
Oh yes,
on
there
hammock
is
camping
a book
too, and he sent that along with the hammocks, and it's a really quick read and got a lot of good suggestions where camping and hammocks is concerned. So check them out online, and for everybody that's sleeping in a tent, still sleeping on the ground, you don't know what you're missing. This is the way to go.
Oh, we forgot to mention, you might be back home saying, well, them crazy fools, it rains where we're from. Well, they happen to have a tarp over this. I don't know if you mentioned this, Louis.
I mentioned Brakelet had a tarp, but that was
because I was back at the campsite using our Kelly kettle, another sponsor. We'll have another demonstration of that in a future episode. But there's this tarp that you attach to it, made out of this high quality, super duper technical.
It's like waterproof parachute material.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be great to have like underwear for kids and that, you know, because you just put a little. All right, so you put the tarp over there like this, and you have enough room. It's an oversized one, so that you can come out over here in an intricate way to design it and have like a little fire. Not my fires, because I got some big fires. But a little tiny little fire. Put your shoes under there and protects you from the rain. We've used it actually twice. And it works really good.
Kept us dry both times.
Kept us dry.
Not a problem.
However, just a technical explanation here. If you tie two of those together, there's a hole in the middle. Don't sleep under that. I was sleeping under it, and the rain comes down. That's not what it's designed for. So it's not it's not a design flaw. It's the person using it had the problem. That's it. Thank you.